The evil that was unleashed at Bondi Beach today is beyond comprehension. Trauma and loss that families are dealing with tonight is beyond anyone's worst nightmare.
That's what he did.
Australians have had their lives cruelly stolen and many have been injured.
Australia is reeling after the horrifying mass shooting at a Hanukkah celebration in Bondi Beach, New South Wales, and new court documents reveal just how meticulously the father and son behind the attack planned their assault. Investigators allege that 24-year-old Naveed Akram and his 50-year-old father, Sajid Akram, spent months preparing for the massacre, even traveling overseas to train and gather inspiration. The pair threw 4 homemade explosives at the crowd before opening fire, killing 15 people in what is now Australia's deadliest mass shooting in 30 years. According to police, the suspects trained in a countryside location in New South Wales in late October, firing shotguns and practicing tactical movements, all recorded on video. Another video found on Naveed's phone shows the pair sitting in front of an ISIS flag, explaining their motivations and condemning Zionists. Investigators are also examining whether they received any external support, focusing on a month-long trip to the southern Philippines in November. The region, particularly Mindanao, has a history of Al-Qaeda and ISIS activity, and authorities are probing who the duo interacted with during their stay. On the day of the attack, the father and son loaded their car with 2 shotguns, a rifle, 4 homemade explosives, and 2 ISIS flags. Police said they threw 3 pipe bombs and a tennis ball bomb from a footbridge overlooking the crowd. One failed to detonate. The homemade explosives contained aluminum piping, black powder, and steel ball bearings, viable and deadly if triggered. A few days before the attack, the suspects stayed in an Airbnb rented by the son, where police later found guns, ammunition, a suspected homemade explosive, 3D printed parts for a shotgun speed loader, and 2 copies of the Quran. Sajid Akram was killed at the scene, while Naveed Akram survived and has now been charged with 59 counts, including 15 murders and terrorism. He appeared in court via video from a Sydney hospital as authorities continue to investigate the full extent of the planning and any potential accomplices. Australia mourns the victims, and the Jewish community has expressed anger that warnings about rising anti-Semitism were allegedly ignored.
And that is what he did. And that was one of the victims, Daniel Kayan.
Prime Minister Anthony Albanese apologized publicly while attending a vigil, saying he feels the weight of responsibility for the atrocity.
The evil that was unleashed at Bondi Beach today is beyond comprehension, and the trauma and loss that families are dealing with tonight is beyond anyone's worst nightmare. Australians have had their lives cruelly stolen and many have been injured. For all Australians, our first thoughts are with those in the terrible early hours of their grief. We are also thinking of everyone being treated for their injuries, and many of whom are alive right now because of the courage and quick action of the New South Wales Police and the first responders who rushed to their aid.
This attack, investigators say, was months in the making, meticulously planned, and inspired by extremist ideology, leaving Australia shocked and demanding answers.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.